What the f? Dragalge received a massive buff at the beginning of this season with the Dragon Tail buff, and ever since it's been one of my favorite Pokemon to use in Open Great League because of its unique Poison Dragon typing and move pool. And today we're giving it a go in Remix Cup, pairing it with Castform and Froslass to cover for Dragalge's Psychic, Ground and Ice weaknesses. And wow, this team worked really well for me. I did like 8 or 9 sets with it and I only went positive. So yeah, really solid squad. I think Castform and Froslass in general are just a very strong core. There really aren't many grass types. So Castform really runs wild, and Froslass, once shields are down, it just goes off, and Dragalge is just the glue that kind of holds it together. I think a very good combination with Castform as well. Dragalge just absolutely walls all electric types, all grass types. Besides that, also does really well against a lot of the fighting types, which Castform can sometimes kind of struggle against, especially against something like a Machamp or a Surf Edge. It just gets kind of out damaged there and out spammed. So yeah, the whole idea of this team is usually you wanna safe swap Froslass if you got a bad lead, and then you get shields down, and shields down Dragalge can also do a lot of play. I'm running Outrage on it this time. In Open Grade I normally run Gunk Shot to hit Azumarill, but in this meta I think Outrage is better because Jellicent is a lot more common. Besides that, you also have Froslass, which is like if you can hit it with an Outrage in the end, that's very nice. You're gonna see that happen, I think, a couple times, because a lot of the current meta is people just keep their Froslass in the back with a shield advantage or something, and if you can get rid of that shield and outrage it later, like, you're in a good spot, even with Dragalge versus the Ice type. This opponent had Empoleon in the lead, which is alright for Rainy Castform, not the best, kind of weight dependent. And now we're Dragalge versus everything. They have a low health Mandibuzz as well, and the third Pokemon we haven't seen just yet. This matchup is fine though, like Drill Packs really don't hurt. Dragalge is able to beat most of the water types, including Empoleon. They're letting me farm them down, which is great. I don't know what they have in the back, but I think it's gonna come out right here, and it is the... Whoa, what is it? Taking all the time. It's the Froslass. I have to be wary of sacrificial swaps, so don't throw my Outrage just yet. Farm his Mandibuzz down, and this is exactly why we're in Outrage. I'm actually at 100 energy, and Outrage is 65 energy. Aqua Tail is 35, so I only have to hit 2 moves, and we kill him right here. G, that takes out the Froslass, and yes, that's a very close match. That's exactly why you want Outrage in this meta. So there's a lot of ghosts where Gunk Shot would hit for not very effective damage. Alright, Escavelier Lead, this is kind of okay, though I did lag the first turn of the match. That's been happening to me a lot lately, like basically every single game. Maybe not every single game, but a lot of games I lag the first turn, which is very annoying. My opponent here also gets an off-sync CMP tie, so even though they threw 7 counters, I only got 6 counters worth of water guns in versus this thing, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, that's just the state of the game at the moment. Alright, Wigglytuff is really annoying, and because I didn't get my water guns in, I can't get to the move right there, to the weather ball. But that might be still alright, because I will get the 2 avalanches against this Wigglytuff right here, which one of them should KO, the other one will take the shield, which is likely this one, right? Yeah, it does shoot it up. They will get to the move, which I will shoot up because it would hurt. And I think I make a mistake after this. Oh, shooting this up is nice, because I want to get rid of this Wiggly. Dragalge really doesn't want to see it. I overfarm. I really should not have overfarmed, because maybe I could have, if I would not have taken that 1 charm damage, maybe I could have gotten to a move versus the Escav, though actually thinking about it, I doubt it. They might have just got a more farm on their Escav, because this is just 3 counters, right? Yeah, I think even if they didn't take that charm, I might have been farmed down right before I got to the Avalanche, and that would have not been great either. This is not great. Escav can get the Durant versus Dragalge, which is not great. In comes Mantine as well. This thing has Ice Beam, which I want to catch, so I'll catch it on my Castform, so I don't have to shoot it up. And now I should be able to outpace to the Outrage versus Mantine. It's another 5 bubbles for Ice Beam. It's always 5 bubbles per Ice Beam. So that's good. That's 2 bubbles. That's 3 bubbles. That's 4 bubbles. That's 5 bubbles. Throw on the CMP tie. Dragalge is not squishy at all. But Mantine is just way bulkier. So I do win the CMP tie here. Outrage the Mantine. And now I'm gonna have to KO the Escav. One Aqua Tail doesn't do that much though, but I also know they're kind of energy dry. They throw on 3 counters, which is kind of a mistake by my opponent right there, because that allows me to get a full free Dragon Tail in, which is pretty big, because these Dragon Tails are hurting. I go straight for the Aqua Tail now. I should only need like 1 more Dragon Tail after this, I'm pretty sure, and we KO the Escav. GG right there. Alright, next match. We have a Jellicent Lead with Bubble, which is good. I think Bubble is the recommended set in this meta. I think personally, I would probably run Bubble, Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, because there's a lot of Obstagoon, which is Jellicent's main threat, and also Mandibuzz, and Bubble, Ice Beam is a good match. Like, I think wins the zeros versus Obstagoon, and versus Mandibuzz you still lose, but like, it's the best shot you have with Jelly versus Mandy. So it's a good generous moveset. My opponent brings in their Drapion. This thing is a threat. This thing is a big threat, especially since it's Shadow. I've seen a couple non-Shadow Drapions, and the Crunch doesn't KO, or 2 Crunches don't KO, I mean. But from Shadow to actually do KO, so I'll have to shoot this up right there. And they Aqua Tail bait me, which is very unfortunate, because now I can't really overfarm that much. I have to throw my Aqua Tail right here. If it would have crunched, I would have thrown 1 more Dragon Tail, which would have given me a nice chunk of extra energy, 9 energy extra to be exact. But now we don't have it, which is still fine. This is not fine though. It's wireless is a big problem. I'm really hoping they shield this up right here. Hoping, like thinking that it's an Outrage, but oh, they do. Oh, nice. I thought they wouldn't. That's nice, but this is still a problem. Castform just gets absolutely obliterated by this, and Froslass, like a Dark Pulse KOs. I think Zwilus is a very underrated pick in this meta, to be honest. I haven't seen that often, but I think it's really, really good. I think it's really, really good. Like, its biggest threats are, oh well, Charmers are a problem, of course, but also Froslass. But I guess Froslass is play. Jelly coming back in. This is not great, because it will definitely get to a move before I get to 2 Shadow Balls. But I will just throw a Shadow Ball right here. Could have considered baiting as well. But I have a plan here. I have a Thunder loaded. And now I'm seeing a problem, alright? If the Swilus farms down my Castform, I'm dead. Right? Because they'll just Dark Pulse my Froslass. I cannot allow the Swilus to farm down, alright? I cannot allow it. Also, I undercharged the Thunder way too much, so I wouldn't be able to farm this down with Froslass. So throw another Weather Ball, bring it really, really low, gonna pew a little bit more health down, and now we stop tapping. Right? Now we stop tapping. Because I don't want the Swilus to farm down my Castform. I want to farm down this Jelly with my Froslass. The great thing is they can't stack 2 Shadow Balls. They can't. So they have to kill me, and then I farm down with Frost. And now comes in the Swilus. It's because I didn't give the Swilus any extra energy. I outpace and I avalanche the Swilus, and that is a very GG. Yes. If they farmed down my Castform, like, I would have definitely got into Dark Pulse. So that was nice. Alright, Castform Mirror Lead. Again, I lag the first turn of the match, which is not awesome. And you're gonna see that matter at the end. I throw my Weather Ball right there, right on the Thunder, but because, of course, I lag 1 turn, we don't CMP tie, which is kind of unfortunate. I feel like the psychology with baiting when CMP tying and not CMP tying is different. I should have really thrown Thunder right here. Because they baited me, there's a big chance I'm gonna bait as well, right? And I tried to catch right here too, but again, I didn't calculate in the 1 turn lag, because I'm stupid. I really should have, but I swapped right on the Thunder, but, you know, they were 1 turn ahead, so they threw it 1 turn before I could. Anyway, I double shooted now, and that's bad. Should be able to farm this down though, but not before they get to the Weather Ball, and they also, unfortunately, only got to that Weather Ball because, you know, the 1 turn lag at the start. So that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks, but maybe we can still do this. Maybe we can still do this. They bring in the Froslass, which is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, that is not great for me. That's really not great for me. I'm not gonna reach 2 Weather Balls, so I'm gonna go for the Thunder. It does do more damage than 1 Weather Ball. Hopefully I let this go. That's my only chance at this point, because they can just kill both my Dragalge and my Froslass at this point. I'm bringing my Dragalge and I'm gonna try to sacrificial swap on their Avalanche. Alright? And I get it. I hope this could always still be a Shadow Ball. Come on, I got it. Alright, good. Here comes Mandy. This is fine. This might still be possible. Their Froslass is very low, has some energy though, but I don't think they have enough for another Avalanche straight away. So this might be fine. They shield up the Avalanche, makes sense. That's the hardest hitting move at this time, and you have to use your shield there. And now it's a Dragalge sweep, hopefully. Come on. I'm just gonna have to outrage this. Don't get my Dragon Tail through, which might matter at the end as well. But alright. I'm gonna go for the outrage right here on CMP. Hopefully this KOs. It's gonna be really close though. It's gonna be really close. Doesn't KO. CMP die, like I said. They will foul play right here. Barely doesn't KO. Bring in Froslass. I killed him. And now can we farm down? No, dude. It was a really good game, but like the unfortunate one-turn lag and that move not going through kind of made it for him. Alright, that was the worst lead possible, by the way. Lanturn into Rainy Castform. Lanturn beats both my Rainy Castform and the Froslass, which is really bad. But Froslass still has some play. They have an Obstagoon in the back, which they bring in against my Froslass kind of late. So my goal here is just to get shields down. If I can get both shields down, Dragalge in the back might do a lot of work. Dragalge just absolutely walls Lanturn, alright? Everything is resisted. Takes not very effective from electric, takes not very effective from water, so absolute wall. And this matchup with Froslass Obstagoon, even though it's generally winning for Goon, it's not that good. It's not that good because the counters are doing not very effective and you need like 2 Night Slashes or a bunch of counters, as you can see here. And I barely get to the Avalanche right here. They really should have thrown a move before I got here, but it said they double shielded, which is fine with me. That is really fine with me. I'll bring my Castform right here. I'll take whatever they throw. Hyper beam me. I'm fine with that. I'll no shield it. I just need 2 shields for Dragalge and I should be fine, hopefully. Unless it's like a Hypno. I'll probably be in trouble. Probably be in a lot of trouble. Luckily, Hypno is not that common. So I'll bring in my thingy right here. In comes Drift. This is fine. Drift is kind of hard, but since it shields down, I can just shield up this Icy Wind. It will be the hardest hitting move. Harder than a Hydro Pump, I think. Or maybe a Hydro Pump does slightly more. It is a very strong move. Icy Wind really isn't. It's also not Stab. I guess it does more though. I'll Outrage right there. I actually don't know who wins CMP right here. So I threw 1 before the next Icy Wind. This should KO. At this point, yeah, I'll just Outrage the Lanturn and it should be fine. I was considering letting them throw 2 moves, and letting my switch timer come up, and then, because Dragalge definitely wins CMP versus Lanturn, and then throw the Outrage when I'm not debuffed anymore. I think that would be the optimal play. But instead, I know it's over, so I'm just gonna go for the quick play, go for the Outrage when I'm still debuffed, which is fine. This will do enough to put it in a range where I can either Dragon Tail down or just Water Gun it down with my Castform. And I'm gonna go for the Water Gun down. I'll just let this go. This range, I think the Thunderbolt will KO. Right? Yeah, it does. And I'll just bring in Castform. At this point, I can just go for the Weather Ball. There's no way to get to 2 Thunderbolts, and they know it. So they back out. GG. Alright, Mew Lead. This is an annoying one, because Mew beats both my Castform and Froslass. But it is a close matchup with Castform, and it also kind of depends on what moves they throw when. Like, they throw Wild Charge early here, which means this Weather Ball will now KO. And I think 1 Wild Charge from the range I'm in doesn't KO just yet. I really don't want to take it though. I want to save my Froslass just in case there's a Ground type. Or my Castform, just in case there's a Ground type. Or Fire type. So I'm gonna catch this Wild Charge on my dude, Dragalge. In comes Nidoqueen. This, like, Nidoqueen is so common. So common. I think it's becoming even more common because it's become like a crutch for people that play Open Great League. And this team just obliterates it. You know, Castform and Froslass kill it. And if you have shields, Dragalge beats it as well. But Power, of course, does KO it. I'm gonna come in with or Froslass right here. Yeah, Castform. I didn't want to... Like, I could have gone in Froslass right here, get some extra energy. But I went in Castform. Just because I don't want to reveal my third just yet. To bring in Mew. Maybe I threw my Weather Ball a little bit early here, but I lost track of their energy already. I lost track of their energy. In comes Melmetal, and like Melmetal, steel types in general are not easy for this squad, because of course, both Froslass and Dragalge lose to steel types generally. Castform is my only answer, and well, versus Melmetal it's particularly bad because it does have Thunder Shock as a fast move, but it does hit for super effective. But luckily it's weak fast move, not stab, so still kind of fine here. But I had to use a shield on that Rock Slide to burn another one of their shields. They have really good timing on the Rock Slide, throwing right before my Weather Ball. Now I'm gonna have to hope they don't get to 2 moves before I get to the Avalanche. And seeing how much energy I have, they might just barely get to 2 moves. Come on. Alright, I get there just barely. Yeah, with teamwork, you can definitely beat the steel types. Like Froslass still does fine, even against a Registeel or something. With like energy advantage, shield advantage, we'll be alright. And Castform just beats most of the steel types anyway. Dragalge really has to worry though. But again, like Dragon Tail just adds up. Aqua Tails are good neutral damage, so most of the time you're fine. Dewgong Lead, interesting lead. I think if they like call my Thunders, they can win this. Because even if they don't, like look at that, that is nothing. Like debuff Thunder, it's crazy. Dewgong is so strong. It is so strong. I'll let this Icy Wind go. Of course, it doesn't do that much. Just keep going for. I think go for another Thunder right here. It is super effective. The not very effective. A Weather Ball would not KO just yet. They shielded up, which is so fine with me. You know, if I get shield advantage with Froslass, like this, the game is usually over. All right, shield advantage Froslass, game is usually over. I do this. I let my Castform go. I don't wanna. I could have considered going in Froslass right there to not give this Dewgong farm. The problem with that is that they just Icy Wind my Froslass, and then I'm switch locked and debuffed. And besides that, they still have their Dewgong alive, which can still do significant damage versus my Dragalge. So I'd rather just let my Castform go and give them energy, even though that kind of hurts. But I think that is the play. They're in Drift versus Frost, which is very interesting. They must have been very weak against Frost in the back. Maybe a fighting type, maybe a champ, maybe a Dragonite. I don't know. I'm just gonna do double Avalanche. And after this, I'll go into Dragalge to farm it down. Also to clear my debuff. Get a little bit of an energy head start. In comes a Abomasnow, which is not good. Abomasnow is a problem for this team, of course. Beats both Castform, beats Dragalge, but it's still kind of manageable. I let this go though, because I think they're gonna get to another one before I get to my Outrage. And I'm sure I can get to an Avalanche with Froslass versus this Snowman. Because they don't have that much of an energy head start. Get my Power Snow through as I should. Very, very nice. And now we're gonna Avalanche the Abomasnow. And that should be a good game right there. Very, very, very nice. Like, really overkill this Avalanche. But alright, GG. GG. Alright. Nidoqueen in the lead. Very, very good. Like, again, all 3 of my Pokemon beat this thing. If I have shields. I won't shoot the first move, though. Definitely not. You don't want to shoot the first Poison Fang. They bring in Mandy. With Snarl, it's not great as a swap-in for me. Oh, this is a mistake. You know, most Mandibuzz don't shield. Just throw Thunder. I thought they were gonna shield, because Thunder does do a good chunk, and they might want to keep their Mandy alive, so they can potentially gain switch advantage back. I tried to go into my Dragalge there. Dragalge arguably my worst Pokemon versus Nidoqueen. So I'll bring it in here, just to soak some damage. I really don't even care about switch advantage here, though I will definitely get it. Because I already brought this Mandibuzz solo. I'll throw the Aqua Tail right before they get another move off. This will definitely KO the Mandy. Unless they shield it, of course, which will be weird. I do shield it. In comes Nidoqueen, which is very interesting, because they're basically energy dry and need an Earth Power to KO my Dragalge. Alright, we're farming this down. Let it go. This is just a Poison Fang. They didn't get that much energy. What's in the back? It's a Muck. The Muck is quite scary actually for my squad. Because my Froslass is alive, but very low. My Castform is alive. Oh no, Castform is alive but very low. Froslass is alive, it gets one shot. It's an Acid Spray on my Castform. Can I still get to the Weather Ball? Damn it. Alright, close, close, close. I think if they double Dark Pearls, I can still get the 2 Avalanches. But really, I think if they double Dark Pulse, I still would have lost. And I shield this up right there, thinking it's a Dark Pulse. Because an Acid Spray bait is way too obvious. And they Acid Spray bait me. Oh my god. Well played, well played. Oh man, but if I no-shielded that, I think if they double Dark Pulse, they would have still gotten there. Because it's only like 1 more Poison Jab, so that's pretty crazy. But GG, good bait, good bait. Oh my. Mandibuzz double Razor Lever. I saw this more than once. This is crazy, but Dragalge is the hardest freaking Razor Leaf counter out there. Well, besides Skarm, of course, or maybe some other flyers, but like it double resists. It double resists everything. Grass. So it's just awesome. I farm it down. I throw an Outrage on this Mandibuzz, which is shield. Fine. You know, I need the shields down because Froslass still loses to Razor Leafers. Because Razor Leaf is still really, really strong. Even though it got buffed, it's still really, really strong. I have to wait out my timer here. I have to wait out my timer. Because I don't want their Razor Leaf to be able to Razor Leaf me down before I can switch. In comes Vileplume. This is not great. As you can see, those Razor Leaves are out damaging my Powder Snows. And I don't think I get 2 Avalanches here. Which is quite unfortunate. I wonder if I had a better IV Froslass, if I'd be able to. Because mine is not that great actually. There's a little bit of attack to win CMP ties. But maybe with some more bulk you can actually reach it. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But this will still get close. This will still get quite close because I'm very low. 2 foul plays at this range will KO, but a Thunder and a Weather Ball will also KO. I have to time my Thunder perfectly here so I don't get any free moves. So I timed it at the end of the Air Slash. Perfectly, very nice. And now hopefully I get to the Weather Ball. Barely do. That is a GG. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've seen multiple of these double Razor Leafer lines and I don't think they really work. At least I'm hard countering them. Nidoqueen Lead, very good. In comes Obstagoon. I just throw 1 Weather Ball here to soften the Goon up, and then I'll go into Dragalge, just farm it down. A lot of these, I did get a lot of Goons boosting against me, but not this match. Weather Ball right here. In comes the Dragalge. I'll just farm this all the way down now. I can take 2 Night Slashes, unless they boost. Hopefully they don't boost. And then I will just be able to farm it all the way down. I have some energy for whatever they bring in next. I killed this in 3 Dragon Tails, which is beautiful. That's right before they get to another Night Slash. In comes Ferrothorn though, which is not great. Actually a really good Pokemon versus my team. Beats Castform hard. Can beat Froslass though. It kind of depends on energy and where you use your shields. Luckily I no-shield this because I think it's a Mirror Shot. A lot of these are running Mirror Shot, which is interesting. I go for Aqua Tails. I don't really want them. They're at the Mirror Shot right now. Or almost. And I don't want them to... Oh yeah, they are. That was CMP, so it was good. I threw an Aqua Tail and didn't get greedy and farm up to the Outrage. Almost KOs me. They bring a Nidoqueen to farm me down. I have 2 Pokemon for this. The Ferrothorn will still be an issue. I will let this go because it is just a Poison Fang. I just want to get off my Weather Ball and then I'll bring in Frost. Throw the Weather Ball. This will KO. Or take their shield. Well, it will barely KO. But we take their shield. I'll bring in Frost. And right here I'm thinking, all I have to do is farm down. If they Earth Power here, it's a regular Nidoqueen. I can take it. I can take it easy. And I can farm down double Avalanche, but it is the Stone Edge. And we lose. Oh my god, dude. Good play. Good play. I really wasn't expecting that one. I really wasn't expecting that one. Alright, Golbat Lead. I'll go for the Weather Ball right here versus the Bat. Just gonna go straight Weather Ball. And at this point, I'll just let Castform go, or I'll bring in my Froslash to farm this down. I go for this right before they get to the Shadow Ball, because I really don't want to shield it up. Do I shield this up? Probably there's a Poison Fang, right? Yeah. Yeah. If you haven't noticed, I'm a master at calling baits. Like, really, really good. Oh man, that was bad. Well, at this point, at least I lured out the Wigglytuff. I'll go for another Weather Ball, which should KO it. There we go. And then I'll bring the Dragalge. This is Jellicent. Another really good reason to have Outrage is for Jellicent. Because with Outrage you can actually beat Jelly. Without it, you cannot. I was expecting the sacrificial swap right there. That's why I didn't throw immediately. They get off a Poison Fang right there, but it doesn't matter at this point. I have Outrage ready. This will basically KO the Jelly. or, well, actually bring it in a range where I can farm it out with Dragon Tails. That is a GG. Alright, Whiscash Lead. Really good lead. This is exactly where I want to see it. In comes Tropius. I bring in my Froslass. I usually, you know, another thing you could consider is bringing in a Dragalge here, because you still beat it. It's just a little bit more iffy. And, you know, the thing is, if they save swap a Tropius, I guess they want to lure out a Froslass. That's kind of the thought process. And, you know, I think Dragalge does have the tendency to get a bit walled in the back sometimes. So bringing it out when you see a positive matchup can be worth it. Like the moment you see a single positive matchup, try to line it up there, because you're not sure if you're gonna have another one in the back. Where Froslass, if you just get shield advantage, you'll always have a positive matchup in this meta. Like there's nothing, I don't think there's anything that can really beat it if it has shield advantage plus energy advantage. Something like a Registeel probably gets the furthest, but it's not great to see at fire types as well. I mean, also good matchup versus Frost, but give it energy, give it shields, and it goes a long way. They stay in with this Whiscash, which is kind of unfortunate. I was expecting them to have another grass in the back, because they switched their Tropius into my Castform so quickly. It made me think it was like Victory Bell, but no. Wigglytuff. Alright, this is where Gunk would be nice. This is where Gunk would be very nice, but I don't have it, so I quit out the game. That was game over, and that was the final match. I hope you enjoyed this team, and I'll see you in the next one.